Broderick, I've got some bad news.
Oh, no.
We've been found out. We've been exposed.
By whom?
Well, let me share with you in the chat here on Zoom this channel. Go to the chat here on Zoom and click go to this channel, this YouTube channel.
I'm going. I thought we were doing away with me looking on my computer. Oh no!
Don't click it yet. I'll play it for you. But they found us out. So I'm gonna play you this video, this recording here, and we'll experience it together. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Tower database. Unfortunately, my friend Yop couldn't be here with me today, so you're stuck with just me, Yop. I'm going to make this one brief. You're probably wondering, all of you, where all the subscribers went for the channel and where all the videos went for our long-standing podcast that's been around since 2009. Well, I'm just going to get right to the matter of the fact, and that is that everything that we had on this channel, the subscribers and the videos, basically all of our content that we made for all those years has been taken. It has been stolen by a group on YouTube known as the Watchtower Database. I think I'm getting that correct. They seem to be a strange offshoot troll channel, which is attempting to steal all of our hard work and pass it off as their own. These men are frauds, and I unfortunately do not really know what to do at the moment, what recourse to take, because their channel just has so much power at the moment, whereas mine has been just sapped of all of its potential. All that work that me and Yop put into this has just fallen flat, and now I just have nothing. I've just been left with absolutely nothing. But I will not, I must make this absolutely clear, I will not lay down and just let this terrorist channel take everything that we fought for, that we fought so hard to get. And so, it's war, is basically what I'm saying. And yeah, I think they've even made their own podcast now called the Podtower. It's like Jump on the Bat-Wagon, and they are using YOPPIE dudes throughout their videos on this podcast, and they are assuming, I believe, that people are just going to take this at face value and assume that they are the YOPPIE dudes. They are not the YOPPIE dudes. For years, myself and Yop have been calling ourselves the YOPPIE dudes, and I cannot believe that there could be scum on this earth low enough to just take even that from us, to take our names from us. It is ridiculous. It is unacceptable. So these men, I think one's name is James, the other one is like Roderick or something. I don't even, these men, if you can even call them that, they seem more like man-children, to be quite honest with you, but they are awful people. They probably smell bad, and we will have our revenge. And so, get ready, because the war is coming, Watchtower Database. Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think? How do you feel after that?
I'm crying. And
when he said we smell bad, you do only shower like once a week, so
I mean, at best. No, what's making me cry though is actually that I'm just so happy that they finally found out.
Yeah,
and
I
that
know.
we
Justice
can
can be
declare
served. Yeah.
absolute war.
Oh, I look forward to that clipping in the edit.
Didn't visually clip.
Well, I have some, whoever did that. Good stuff. Great job. Thank you.
I'm subscribing.
Yeah, I already did. I subscribed as Watchtower Database just to sting the wound a little bit, now they have 2 or 3 subscribers. I think that's on the everyone go subscribe to the Yoptower Database. You'll see the logo. It's the Watchtower Database logo in a Y shape.
Yeah, I suppose that we should give them.
I mean the Watchtower Database logo is the Yoptower Database logo in a W shape. I should clarify. Yeah.
There you go. Good job. Yeah, we should give them, we're a lot more successful, better looking. Yeah. We smell better, so
we do
it's
smell good.
The least we can do is offer them some of our okay guys, go give them some sympathy subscribes.
Yeah. They started the trend, and we just We finished strong. They finished last. But it's not over. I mean, feel free to unsubscribe from Watchtower Database and subscribe to YOPPie Database. When I
Do
looked
you want
at
me
the
to do
channel,
that?
no, absolutely not. Something that might cheer you up after all this negativity, though.
Oh my God!
I'm wearing a Yoppie Dude T-shirt. I got one for you in the corner here.
Oh my
It'll
God!
be your post-surgery present.
Let me see. Yeah, like get that jacket off. I love that you had the reveal going on too.
Yep.
Oh man! So are the colors? Is that like the? It's kind of hard to tell.
It's intended to look like the building that Yoppie Foods was on in the thing. So
I was wondering.
I also got it in chocolate brown as the T-shirt color to kind of match the dingy building aesthetic. So, here's my nipples. Here's where my nipples are in the shirt. Yeah.
Is that brown? So it's like blue on brown?
My nipples or the shirt? Because both,
I mean,
yes.
both.
Yes. No, the Yoppie Dude T-shirt, if you want to go, if you're listening to this, it's most likely on the store at this point, teespring.com/stores/DCAU Watchtower. I know that a lot of people were expressed interest in a Yoppie Dude shirt of their own, so go get yourself one. We're doing a Christmassy, holiday, Black Friday-ish kind of sale very soon. Might already be going on, might not be. If you haven't, it's probably starting the couple days after you're listening to this. So if you want a little bit more of a discount and get it here by Christmas for you and your Yoppie friends, go check it out on the store.
What I really like
you
about this is that we can further leech the
yes,
Yop Tower.
That's what I was thinking too. Was like I'm really glad that we also beat them to the T-shirt. So
yeah, I wonder what they're gonna have for that.
Well, it's a good thing we're subscribed. I'm gonna make sure I have notifications turned on just in case they upload again. You know,
ding that bell.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. The stolen podcast, the podcast of lies. Jump on the Bat-Wagon.
Are we going to tell the listener at any point that we're not actually watching the show? We're just making it all up as we go along.
Yeah, I've never seen this Batman cartoon. I don't know anything about it. I think they've figured it out by now if they have been watching it and then they listen to our discussions of the episodes and be like, that's it's not at all what happened.
Like, surely if I saw an episode ever, I'd be able to like describe it with some kind of like fluidity, not like stumbling through trying to make up stuff.
You're better than that. I know.
Yeah, I'm way better
from experience.
That. Yeah, you're experienced.
No.
What?
And this is the show where we watch through the entire DC animated universe from start to finish in the controversial Airdate order to experience the shows the way human beings experience them in the really, really, really long time ago 1990s. That's the new tagline. Hey, Arnold! This week's episode is Two-Face Part 1. So that Brian can go into surgery tomorrow, and then I can come over to his house and watch Two-Face Part 2.
I want it to be One-Face Part 2.
And then Two-Face Part 1 is the second part?
I guess so. One-Face Part 2. Wait, 2. Anyway.
One part face is what you want.
Oh man,
the classic Batman villain 1-1. You know, there's a Batman villain from a while back called the 10-Eyed Man, and there's a video where
that seems excessive.
Yeah, 2 is fine, but Ted accidentally said the 10-fingered man. We're like, oh no! There's a Johnny Bravo episode, I'm pretty sure, where the police are like looking for some like escaped convict or something, and he runs past Johnny Bravo and he's like, he went that way, he was the 2-armed man, and all this stuff. So that's what I always meant. But yeah, this aired, let's see, scroll past Eternal Youth. This aired Friday, September 25th, 1992. This skipped Thursday, the best day of the week. I don't know why they skipped Thursday, but we went from Tuesday to Wednesday to Friday. I know how days work.
I thought Friday was the best day of the week. It's Yop Day.
Well, that's true, very true. Yeah, I understand what you want. You want to you want to put money down on the time and channel? I'll put down.
Here's money.
Oh my god.
And here's the direction.
That's the sound of money. Dang.
Yeah.
But you're betting on
Batman's origin story.
No. You're betting on the time and channel that this aired on.
What?
No.
Hold on.
What do I always say every single
4:30
episode?
on Fox Kids.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for pulling away from the microphone.
Yeah, that one. Actually, that one didn't clip that much. I think the money might have clipped. We'll see.
The money clip, you say?
Sorry.
This was produced 10th. This is the 10th episode produced, 17th to air. Teleplay by Randy Rogel. We have interviewed Randy Rogel on the channel. We talked
nice.
about this episode. Stories by Alan Burnett. Which means that we're finally getting into Alan Burnett territory. He's the guy that replaced Recycle Bin Lady. Directed by Kevin Altieri. Music by Shirley Walker. And animation by Tokyo Movie Shinsha. Otherwise known as TMS. I'm just going to say TMS from now on. I'm tired of saying Tokyo Movie Shinsha.
Are these the ones that did Cowboy Bebop?
No, that's Sunrise.
Damn it. I'll never
remember either except for just now.
Yeah.
And that's it. Do you want to go watch it and then we'll talk about it? That's how this podcast works.
I thought we should finish the podcast.
Oh, no, it's not over yet.
Oh.
We have to we're in it for the long haul of stealing the Yop Tower. Is this joke playing? Is this coming through?
I think.
Hello? Is this on?
We should. Oh, are we we're doing like the Yoppie Blues Clues thing?
Yoppie Blues.
The Yoppie Blues. But are we gonna do that? We're gonna do that thing where we do the.
I got the Yop. The Yoppie Blues. What?
Yeah, let's go watch the thing. Dear God.
Okay, sounds good.
Give me that file. I'll get him. Look out, Dick. Harvey. No.
Brian. No.
I feel like I was ready for that before we started, and now I'm not ready for that. That's gonna get.
It's like
me
there's
for a
no way
long
that's
time.
not what I'm saying when we come back. Broderick. No.
Good callback. No. Why was he like what? Why I don't get the voice acting there.
Yeah, the episode is really good, except for it's just a very strange delivery.
That is one of the worst deliveries I've seen on anything ever. Like that's got to be up on like a top 10 list of bad voice / regular acting.
It's weird because like I feel like I never thought of it as funny or weird until like we started doing videos for this, and like Maddie had brought it up as a funny thing, and then I put it into some Vanishing Point episode or something like that, and then ever since, and it's just been such a iconic, infamous line for and most people know it too because it's a famous episode or whatever. So it's
very memeable.
Yeah, I was saying that you have a consistent. You're doing the like Christopher Nolan, yeah. But now you'll have a different tune. You'll have a. It's a little more breathy, a little more somber, you know.
Yeah, and a lot slower.
Harvey. No. Oh.
It's like he ate a bad burrito earlier in the morning, and he's like tries to have a reaction like Harvey. Oh.
Hey Bruce, you want to go get some Mexican food? Harvey. No. We talked about this. Tell me what happens in Two-Face Part 1, Broderick.
Wow. Okay. Oh, God. Is this a thing? Oh, no. Jamie.
Nah.
No.
Yop.
Yoppie.
Yoppie. Dude.
I wish we went for like Yoppie Bros, because that would be a little more like, bro.
Yeah. We should have had the foresight 17 episodes ago. Yeah.
I should have known. My bad. Okay, so the episode opens on. I'm so caught off with that ending. Oh my god. How does it start out?
He's having a nightmare.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's having Harvey Dent is having a kind of multiple personality nightmare, which we did a little bit of research before this. I'm going to say this
by
a lot.
typing one phrase into Google.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what like a multiple personality disorder is called. I always heard it called that. I feel like it was something else, and it turns out it's dissociative identity disorder. We're going to talk a lot about that. Anyway,
or died.
So Harvey's having
Identity died.
Died. He died. Half of him
He's
died.
got died.
The good half of him got died.
True.
Okay,
Or
so
not.
Jamie, why? No.
It's just gonna keep happening now.
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
You did this to me.
Yep.
He's having a nightmare, and you get the impression that it's either some bad person or who knows what. The guy likes flipping coins, but anyway, we move forward. Harvey Dent is in election season. He's trying to get elected. There's a raid happening on some building that Harvey's been working on months for. And
those guys in like Christmas stocking masks.
balaclavas.
Yeah. But they had like intricate snowflake designs on them and stuff. Like Christmas sweaters as masks.
They were going to do snow angels after this.
Hey, it's fucking Christmas. Harvey Dent he's not gonna stop us. What is he gonna do? Be a Two-Face or something? That's what they say.
That's exactly what they say. Good job.
Thank you. I'm recapping with you.
Good. We can switch off. I'm okay with that.
Dissociative recap disorder.
Dird.
Shut the fuck up, James, and let Brian say the thing.
I'm just gonna sit here and let you do stuff with the soundboard.
Who's pressing
It's okay.
buttons? Yeah.
I got all day. No, I don't have that much of an all day. All right, so there's some bad guys. There's like a police operation going on outside. They've got a raid going on in this building, and of course, it is foiled by the Batman.
Mm-hmm. The news people show up like, "Oh, good job, Harvey Dent and police," even though neither of them did anything. They've been working on this raid for 3 months so that Batman can show up and do everything.
Right? He did it good. Anyway, the guys the bad guys, whilst being arrested, kind of trigger Harvey, and he starts showing his really kind of
Big Bad Harv.
Was that what the name? Big Bad Harv?
Yeah.
He starts showing his other personality. He like assaults one of the criminals who's in handcuffs in front of like all the news reporters. That gets out. It's kind of a bad look for Harvey, but he ends up winning the election. Is that right?
Yeah, even though he has two different like public outrage moments. Everyone's still
true.
like, yeah, I do like him though.
Yeah, Batman throws him a party that's like supposed to be like I don't know.
Like an acceptance, I won party.
No, it was before that.
Oh, yeah.
Like a campaign
just some
booster thing.
campaign thing. Yeah, I don't know. Politics, man. Keep your politics out of my DCAU podcast.
Oops. And anyway, Harvey has another
Whoopsie.
blow up, and you're starting to get to find out that Harvey's actually going to therapy. And
Hypnotherapy.
It's not just regular therapy; it's hypnotherapy. Like look at the watch, kind of therapy. And
I do like how Bruce Wayne's like, you should get some help, and they're like, oh, I am. And he's like, oh, thank goodness. And then we cut immediately to the hypnosis watch. And I'm like, oh, Harvey, no.
Harvey,
no. Hypnosis.
Hypnosis
Doesn't work. Sorry to any hypnotists out there who may be listening, dear listener.
I'm not.
Yeah, neither am I.
So
wait, what was this button? Okay, I just had to make sure.
Have you not got your monitoring?
Oh no, it
headphones
used
in?
to be. So I remember.
Good for you.
Anyway,
you should write "yop" on that button.
I should write anything.
Dylan
on any
will be
button.
upset otherwise.
Yeah, sorry.
God, I lost my train of thought.
Campaign
Jamie.
and the things,
hypnotherapy.
Yes.
Harvey ends up winning the campaign and is immediately blackmailed, thrown into, or asked to get into a limo and brought to Rupert. What?
Yeah, Thorne.
Rupert Thorne.
From It's Never Too Late.
Yes. Thrown into a limo, brought to Rupert Thorne. They're blackmailing him because they have his like therapy records and all this stuff. And then Harvey goes kind of nutso. Big bad Harv comes out and starts kicking ass. And Batman's like, hey, here I am.
Let me kick ass with you.
Yeah.
Let's
and
team up.
They kind of like kick ass even though Harvey's kicking ass in like a bad way.
Yeah.
And Batman's kicking
A
ass
big
in a
bad
good
way.
way. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
He
Long
moves out of
story
the way
short,
of that guy. And I said, oh, he learned from Clock King.
Yes.
He pulled the same trick on him earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, he's learning.
It only takes me 0.3 seconds to have 0.3 teeth growing in my child's mouth.
It only takes me 13 seconds to tell Harvey,
No. Let's see if we can hold no for exactly 13 seconds, okay?
You know, I was going to try it, but like, I think I'm just going to continue with the synopsis.
Not worth it.
We'll
We
do
get
it
it.
afterwards. It'll be like a hidden track or
Our
whatever.
little secret.
And some bad guys are shooting at Harvey. He clips a high voltage line. It makes some blowy uppie happen in Harvey's face, and Harvey loses half of his face, and that's where Batman goes, no.
Harvey. Wait, can I do it? Let me see if I can do it.
Yes,
Let me watch
okay.
the clock.
All
I'll
right,
get
ready?
to
3,
40.
2, 1, go. Yeah. Good job.
That was actually easier than I thought. Let's go for 30.
Wow, the listener just really dropped off super quick right then.
Yeah, that's so weird. Well, now we can say whatever we want. All right, let's do the rest of the tune of it.
Anyway, so Harvey goes to the hospital and they do reconstructive surgery. The doctor's removing the Band-Aid, and I kind of
It's
remember
just a Band-Aid. They put one
They put
tiny,
one
They put a
Band-Aid.
Batman-branded Band-Aid on it. Give him a lollipop.
and
Let me see that. Is that strawberry? Sorry, Grace.
Oh my God, let me finish this. We're so close. Harvey reenacts the Joker scene from the 1989
does.
Batman.
That was a piece of trivia that I'll skip.
Yay! I caught it. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
so
you did.
familiar.
Yeah.
And you're just like, 1989 Batman, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And,
Which,
you know,
I'll be fair, I didn't remember that was a thing until putting the trivia on this document, but I probably would have got it at rewatching it. I don't know.
so you're saying
never
that I'm
know.
smarter than you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yay!
At all times. You're
So
definitely
Harvey like sees his messed
yoppier.
up face in the mirror, and he like stumbles out of the hospital room just in time to see his fiance, who like sees his ugly face and faints.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harvey Dent, now Two-Face, is like, Jamie Strecker, my fiance, goodbye.
That's me.
And then like the lightning flashes,
Climbs
and
out a window naked.
he jumps out a window. He's in a hospital robe. I mean, his booty's certainly showing, but
Yeah, well, I think if he, jumped, he climbed out the window. Somebody's down below. They saw.
oh God.
They saw his two junk.
Batman's down
two
there waiting the
balls.
Batmobile, and he looks up and he goes, Harvey.
Yes. I've been waiting.
I wasn't gonna say.
Says,
Jess, you
Harvey,
caught
why
me off
is
guard
one of
there.
your ass cheeks blue?
I know. Where's that line of his like
Yeah.
blue skin and regular skin goes like clear down into his shirt? Where does it stop? Is
I'm
it like,
I think it's his whole body. So this was actually a question that came up recently. Well, I don't know if it's his dick. If that's what you're asking. I don't know if he has a perfectly 50% blue dick. I don't know. But what I'm bringing up is there's one of the artists for the spin-off comic from this series that ran a couple of years later. We're good palsy-walsies with him. He's drawn a couple stuff for videos.
oh, good.
Tim Levins is who I'm talking about. And he
Tim Meadows.
no. He did an issue of the comic with Two-Face in a Arkham Asylum like hospital gown, and you can see there's blue on his neck. His entire arm is blue. His feet are blue, like he's shoeless and stuff like that. And he messaged me on Instagram to be like, I just realized, like 20 years later, that I had done this. Is this canonically accurate? Like, is Two-Face split completely down the way or whatever? And I'm like, oh, that's a good question. I don't actually know. Like, I've only ever known, his face and neck, and I think his hand is pretty obvious when he gets his suit and everything. So I go back and I watch, there's an episode way far from now of Batman the Animated Series where he's in a like hospital gown and stuff, same kind of deal, and you can see his leg, his foot, his arm, his whole arm and everything like that is blue. So I'm like, okay, like, yeah, you were fine. And he's like, oh, the good thing I have the Watchtower database around to fact check my 20-year-old comics to confirm that I wasn't stupid on this.
Yay!
Tim Levins, if you're listening, you're never stupid.
James,
good job.
I think in this instance we can give a James usefulness
10 out of 10. 10 no out of 10, even though it's a yes. Let me read you the TV guide synopsis.
Read me the TV guide thing.
This one is one of those funny ones that tells you the whole episode.
Hooray.
District Attorney Harvey Dent is hiding a deep, dark secret, even from his best friend Bruce Wayne. He has a second personality, that of Big Bad Harv, a hard-nosed gangster. When crime boss Rupert Thorne learns of Dent's sickness, he tries to blackmail him. Unfortunately, Dent's bad side comes to the fore, and he physically attacks Thorne and his men just as Batman arrives on the scene. In the ensuing melee, a chemical explosion sends Dent to the hospital. When Dent's bandages are removed, the left side of his face is scarred and deformed, and his second personality becomes dominant. As the crazed Dent races from the hospital, we are informed the story is, all caps, to be continued. See Show 517, Two-Face Part 2.
Oh, I should have mentioned that the show says to be continued. I didn't mention that earlier. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. That's the end of that's when they'll never see Two-Face again. So this has been a sort of long time coming at this point. Like, one of the only Batman villains in the show so far that has had like a multi-episode arc leading up to this, kind of.
Yeah.
You've at least seen him multiple times.
We see him twice, right?
Yeah, we saw him flipping a coin in a chair and on leather wings. And then we saw him pretty poisoning, tonguing poison ivy.
Does that mean that was he Big Bad Harv?
That's what I was just thinking, was like, is that evidence that he's in that personality in that episode? But I don't know. Maybe.
Because he seems to like Harvey Dent, the like politician, seems to really not like that. Because that's his like, his
he's, oh my God,
is,
the coin. Yeah.
Is the dude flipping the coin. He's like, stop.
And as soon as he flips into Big Bad Harv mode in the hypnosis room, he starts flipping the coin. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Do you think in his nightmares he's like, me? No.
Yes. Yeah, the nightmare sequence was pretty cool at the start. It's like interesting lighting that only like lit up his hand and stuff.
Yeah, it was like a spotlight.
Yeah.
There was really good art in this one.
Yeah.
Like so many of the things that should we jump into art? Is it too soon to talk?
Yeah, whatever.
Art?
We're talking about the episode. I don't make the rules.
Yeah, one of the things I really liked was all about like Harvey, like when he's going through like rough times, kind of on that, like the precipice of changing, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of dissociative identity disorder moments.
The died, you might say.
The died moments.
He listens to Dido a lot, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we should just play that in the background.
Dido. That's how Dido songs go.
Very nice. But
it's
a lot
me,
of
Dido.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you for
keep
doing
going.
that.
Keep talking.
No, I shan't. Yeah, a lot of times when he's like kind of like on the precipice of changing, like the background goes from blue to red. There'll be a flash of lightning, and you'll see like now that's kind of weird because you see a flash of his future deformed face, which is kind of like, I get it. I get why they did it.
It doesn't make any sense in a physical space, but it's a cool like
it's
illusion.
A cool effect. Yeah.
Because I think anyone, I was thinking about this before, was like, I think I talked about this in some video. I think it was there was a movie that came out, an animated Batman movie, The Long Halloween, that came out recently. It's based on a comic of the same name, and it's like the Two-Face origin story comic. And in it, in that video, I think it's that I talk about like going into these episodes. I think everyone behind the show just expects who Harvey Dent is. He's gonna be Two-Face, so there's no point in holding back. Like, the episode's called Two-Face. The lightning flashes you see the Two-Face face for a second. Like, there was probably marketing materials that featured Two-Face before this episode aired, that kind of thing. But do people know of Two-Face now because of things like this show, Dark Knight, Batman Forever, that kind of stuff? When this episode aired, did people know? I mean, Batman comic fans would have known Two-Face, and maybe because he was never on the Adam West show. He was never in animation before this. So I don't know. Or maybe he was. No, I don't think he was in Super Friends. But anyway, you know what I mean, though, is like, what's people's idea of Two-Face before this episode airs, and is that giving away too much with those things that we're talking about?
I think it's probably set up to just cause like unease around him. And like, it's cool foreshadowing. I think it's just foreshadowing. I don't think people would have known. I mean, because if it wasn't Adam West, like, maybe if they were super hardcore into the comics, like, sure. Yeah. But otherwise, like, you're like general, like, kid watching TV 4:30 on Fox Kids.
Yeah. Well, I just wonder, like, because when I saw this for the first time, it was years after it aired, and I'd already seen other Two-Face episodes and all this stuff. So I knew, like, I know what's coming. Okay. And they're not trying to really hide it. Like, it's just always something I've thought about with this episode is, are they giving too much away, or is it an artistic, cool, like, whoa, what's this? I'm unaware of what's going to happen. Like his face, are you going to know that his face is this perfectly straight line blue split, or is that flash of lightning to be like, oh, what did I just see there? Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah,
Harvey,
I think it's just some pretty, like, they took some pretty good artistic liberties in this, and I think it paid off. Like, kind of round out back what you were saying earlier, like, it was good art. Yeah.
The lightning thing was cool. There was also just stuff like silhouetted Batman throwing people over his shoulder and stuff like that, and the what was that? There's another good. I guess the red background stuff that you mentioned.
They had the background color. There was another good. I remember the spotlight at the very beginning of the episode. There was another good bit of light that I commented on, but I can't remember what it was.
It was in. Was it the police lights coming through the raid windows?
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah.
I think it was something after that, though. I don't know. I'm looking at this thing on my desk about how my vehicle's plates are expiring, and it says the grace period for expire, blah, 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 blah. That's the name of his girlfriend. Grace period? No. She cries.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just letting you know.
Oh.
What do you think of Grace? Is she a suitable replacement for Pamela Isley?
You don't really know. She's just like the adoring fiance. Yeah. Like, oh my God, you mean we're gonna actually get married? I can spend all my
3 weeks.
Yeah, spend all my time in the kitchen. Finally, wear my evening gowns.
Yeah,
she's just kind of like
that whole cliche. Scene was a little bit like, I don't know, old timey, or like. Oh, rich people talk like this. I'm going to steal her away from you. Oh, you better not, kind of thing. I'm like,
that was weird. Kind of like transatlantic and rapey.
Yes, a little of both. Yeah. Yeah. This is a mixed bag episode for me because the art's really good, and I think what it's trying to do thematically is, and mostly succeeding at, is also really well done and really like moody and cool and I don't know, just well done. But then you have stuff like that scene. You have stuff like, I don't know, sometimes Harvey's face is like overly detailed when he's turning into Harv, where like I said, oh,
Yeah,
it's the Grinch. Whenever he
Yeah.
smiled, like his face just contorted almost as much as the Grinch's does.
Yeah.
And then of course the Harvey no at the end is just classically comedic.
Yeah. And there was some. It's weird that there's a lot of maybe it was intentional. Because there's a lot of like
Two
even
sides
follies.
to this episode.
Yeah, like there's like really, really good art and it's also really bad art. Like the dude who didn't have irises because it was this color of his skin, and the therapist
Rupert
who
Thorne. Yeah.
who had the white irises or the white part of your eye, but her irises.
Sclera, I think is what it's called.
Sure, but her
I know
her
things.
irises were the exact color as her skin. There's a lot of like,
Yeah.
and then like Harvey's weird colored lips on that poster.
Yeah, that particular poster was like, whoa, what am I looking at?
Yeah, but like it was really, really good, and then sometimes awkward as fuck. And the same with the acting. It was like most of the time it was really like good, and I felt like I was able to get like kind of really into it. And then other times it was just like Harvey, no.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Do you think there was suitable build up for feeling remorseful about him turning into Two-Face as an audience member, or do you think that it was pretty like, oh, I guess he's Two-Face now?
Yeah,
Because you're coming at this for the first time, so
I think they did a good job with it. Like, again, having seen the stuff before, you kind of get an idea of this guy's personality. Then they pretty early on in the episode, you really get an idea that like he's kind of unhinged.
yeah.
And yeah, I think you feel connected. Like you don't necessarily want him to win. Like you're not like really that invested in him. It's like, oh yeah, okay, he won his like election thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
Two-Face is a character I've never like connected with like in that way, where like most Batman villains are these like kind of sympathetic, like you can from a certain angle see where they're coming from. Maybe not like the Joker, but
Poison Ivy for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And I know Clayface was kind of that way of like,
yeah, definitely.
Oh, he didn't mean to be like this and stuff like that. So like on that level, I understand what Two-Face is supposed to be, but just any depiction of Two-Face like this happens in The Dark Knight also, where he's just an asshole. So I know it's your other personality, or like you have anger problems or whatever this particular universe's Harvey Dent is dealing with, but it still doesn't help me not dislike him.
Well, I think that's something that we haven't really talked about and maybe is worthy of talking about, is that the reality of Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face and becoming a villain is like basically completely based on vanity.
Yeah.
Like the whole like, the doctor's
I don't want
like,
people to see me like this. I'll
yeah,
bottle it up.
the doctor's like taking his bandages off and being like, well, we've already, of course there's going to be scarring, and we've already set up an appointment with a plastic surgeon. Like,
Yeah.
if he was just like, wow, I feel like I'm really ugly right now. Oh,
But
I
it's
made
gonna be
my
okay.
fiance pass out. Like, this really sucks. Maybe I'm going to wear a mask. Maybe I'm going to wear bandages.
Yeah.
And then maybe it'll be okay later on down the line. But instead, he's just like, guess I'm jumping out this window naked.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, is District Attorney enough of like a high fidelity? Like, I've never seen my own district. Like, what do they look like? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I think he's.
they work in.
kind
I
of
guess because they
vain.
work in a public space so often, is they would want to look fine. Maybe I don't really know. If he was like, I feel like if it was mayor or even like, I don't know, as high as like president or something like that, where you're like, shit, like the whole world I can't be seen like this. But it's like, I'm the janitor. Oh no, my face. Like, yeah, I don't care.
I mean, District Attorney's like a pretty big deal, but like similarly, like it was front page news that he was in a blast.
Right.
And there was a
yeah.
picture of him in bandages. Like, people are expecting him not to look okay. And like, maybe he should have laid low until he had his plastic surgery done. But like, it's like, dude, why are you doing this?
Well, who reported on that even? Like
Summer Gleason.
No, I mean, who got the scoop somehow? Who was there to be like, this is what happened? Who did Bruce Wayne go home like, oh fuck Harvey, I gotta tell some lady that he got exploded.
That's a good question. I don't know who.
I guess
brought that
Rupert
up.
Thorne probably leaked
would
it
he?
or something. Well, they allude to like he has control of some police and that one judge that dropped the case and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he probably has connections, I guess. Summer Gleason's in Rupert Thorne's pocket.
Some ladies in Rupert Thorne's
Just
pocket.
some lady. Michael Jackson's in Rupert Thorne's pocket.
What was her name?
Candace.
Candace.
The first time she comes on screen, you're like, Michael Jackson? Which, in that particular shot, I could see what you mean. And there was another shot when she's watching the fight, and her cheekbones are super prominent, and she's like, wow, wild, or something like that as they're fighting. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But then there's that other shot. She's standing very sexily in the hallway listening to the Big Bad Harv hypnosis thing, and then saunters down the hallway, and you're like, Michael Jackson Sandiego.
I don't know if anybody at all is going to remember Carmen Sandiego, but she was very
of course they are.
Carmen Sandiego-ly dressed.
Yeah, she needed the hat.
She needed the hat. She needed like the trench coat, but like otherwise it was the exact same
She's
shade.
still wearing red, yeah.
So like Michael Jackson from the front, Carmen Sandiego from the back.
That's how I like him. Is that the title of the podcast?
Dude, that's always up to you. How do you feel about the wrist hot dogs thing from last episode?
I feel good about it. I feel good.
Good. I'm proud of you. I saw it and I was like, attaboy.
Yeah. Let's talk about the cast of this episode.
Oh, let's talk about the cast of this
Kevin
episode.
Conroy is Batman. Woo! No. Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon. No. Richard Mole as Two-Face. Yes.
Wait, who else was he?
He was the computer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Connected.
The Scarecrow is at this place.
Yep.
Yeah. The sound of the bats and brown starlings or whatever. Yeah. Murphy Cross as Grace. Nothing else notable really that I saw. Mary Devon as some lady. Bob Doqui is spelled Doqui. Doqui as Doctor. He played a character that I'm unfamiliar with named Sergeant Reed in all 3 RoboCop movies.
Wow.
And he also voiced Pablo Robertson in the 70s Harlem Globetrotters animated series.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You didn't know that existed?
No.
Okay. I've seen it a couple times on like Boomerang or something, and I guess I never thought about it for more than 2 seconds to think that they weren't just voiced by the people that they were.
Yeah.
I guess there's voice actors.
Well, it's like the Beatles Yellow Submarine thing. It's like nobody they didn't voice themselves, and I've always as a kid I saw it and I was like, why didn't they just have the Beatles do their own voice?
Well, we'll get to in Static Shock. There are several
Beatles
appearances by celebrities that are voicing themselves.
Are any of them the Beatles?
No.
Oh.
But you'll be undisappointed by some of them, I think. We got Matt Landers as Frankie. I assume that's one of the Rupert Thorne guys. Diane Michelle as Candace. As Michael Jackson.
Wait, what's her last name is what?
Huh?
What's her name?
Michelle is the female
Diane
version
Michael?
of Michael, you see. Diane, her name's Jackson Michelle. Jack daughter Michelle.
Jack Michelson.
This Diane Michelle woman, she was the voice of Daisy Duck throughout the 90s and 2000s.
Sweet.
Yeah. Linda Gary as Dr. Nora Crest, his hypnosis therapist. She played Aunt May on the Spider-Man 90s animated series, and Grandma Longneck in Land Before Time 1 through 4. We've had her in some other episode, and I couldn't remember what character it was, but she was in something.
Nice.
Let me check what that was real quick. Linda, because I know I've said those things before. Linda Gary, DCAU. She was in It's Never Too Late, the other Rupert Thorne episode so far.
Oh no.
She was Constance Blaine, this news reporter lady. Anyway, Constance Jackson. We got Mark Tubert as Carlos. That was that glasses guy that you couldn't see his eyeballs. That was all in the form of a landslide.
That was some weird
wording
there.
And then John Vernon as Rupert Thorne, who we've discussed before. He's in Animal House.
Tuber.
You want some trivia?
No.
Over 13 seconds? Yeah. During Harvey's re-election campaign, he says, "Vote early, vote often, just in different elections." This was a phrase coined by former Chicago mayor Richard J. Daley, referring to ballot stuffing. Cool.
Amazing.
When Thorne throws the newspaper in the fire, a few frames of animation are briefly seen that say, "Cut these frams."
What? No way.
I know.
missed
I
that?
was looking for it and I noticed it was like a very brief, like shot of the newspaper when he was holding it for like just 3 or 4 frames as the fire is flickering, and I was like, "What was that?" Oh yeah, it's the "cut these frams."
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Harvey's neck, hair, and hand are clearly unscarred when the bandages go on, but the whole half of his body is scarred once they're removed.
I was wondering about that. Because I didn't remember his hand being blue, and then you said that thing earlier, and I was like, well, I guess his hand is blue.
Maybe the bandages were so soaked in the acid or whatever that when they pulled them off, it just also peeled his neck and the rest of his body away. And like, oh shit, oh whoops, sorry about that.
It's that
That's
whole
why he's so mad.
Pulling one thread on the sweater thing.
Yeah, you're the hangnail that goes all the way up your finger. When lightning flashes and reveals Harvey's scars, his messed up eyebrow is white, which continues to the end of the episode, but going forward, it will be black.
Oh, those so-and-sos.
I've always thought that's a weird thing of like, oh, why is his eyebrow white? But his hair is white on that side, so his eyebrow should also be white, I guess.
Are his eyelashes on that side white?
That's a good question. I don't think they animate his eyelashes. They're completely burnt off.
Oh my God.
His eyebrow's longer now. Murphy Cross, Grace, also played girlfriend to a Richard Mole character in Night Court.
Wait, Richard Mole's in Night Court?
Yeah, he's like he's one of the bailiffs or something.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, because my
If you
mom used to
Google-
watch that when I was a kid. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna like type this.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so loud? I'm trying to.
While you're looking that up, I'll let you know that Matt Landers, the voice of Frankie, who I think is that blonde guy that he attacks in the
Oh my
street.
God, that's Richard Mole.
Yeah.
He's the good one in Night Court.
Yeah.
The one I remember anyway. That's amazing.
Anyway, the Frankie voice actor is the husband of Murphy Cross, the Grace voice actress. So there's like a bunch of weird connections there.
So weird.
Yeah. Wait, so you watched Night Court a bunch as a kid? So you're saying?
My mom, that was like one of those daytime things my mom watched. I remember just like kind of sitting on it, and I was always like, "Hey, who's the big tall bald guy?"
Yeah,
it's Richard Mole.
Yeah,
it's Two-Face. Two-Face.
No. Grace's name is a modification of Gilda Grace Dent, Harvey's wife in the comics, who is in that Long Halloween comic that I mentioned a second ago. On the TAS DVD box set, this is the first 2-parter on disc 2 and the 10th episode, the first with 2 digits.
Wait a minute.
It's not what you're holding. That's the Blu-rays.
Shit.
But it might be they might be still applicable. I don't know.
It's on disc 1.
Yeah, I was going to say Blu-rays hold more information. That's technology for you.
Blu-ray, you ruined this for me.
What was that weird technology in this one that you said? It was something like, I don't know. It was early on in the episode. And we're like, that's how that works.
Oh, well. It was the negative thing.
Oh yeah,
They
You're like,
mentioned-
is anyone else gonna? That was a cool metaphor or whatever too. The
Yeah.
brighter the image, the darker the negative.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
You're like,
Which
is anyone gonna get that?
Yeah, because that's like, again, analog photography is something that's really big in my life, and that's how it works. If you take like a really, really, really like out on a really, really bright day, and you take a really, really bright image on the negative, like the film, if you're shooting negatives, you can shoot positives. It's called slide film. Look it up.
Whoa.
If you're shooting negatives, that really, really bright image, when you look at it on the negative film later after it's developed, will be a very dark square.
That makes sense since it's the inverted image.
It's the negative of it. Science.
I don't know the chemical thing. I don't know.
I can tell you all about it.
I don't want you to. Harvey, first looking at his face and smashing the mirror, is the same as the Jack Nicholson Joker, blah, 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 blah. You
Called
know
it.
that one? This episode supposedly marks the moment the crew felt they'd finally set the tone of the show, is the last thing that I have.
But in production?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll still get a few clunkers here, but I'm excited about that bit because the next episode we're watching is Two-Face Part 2, which we'll get to. And
Two-Face Part woo,
Yeah.
as in woohoo.
Two-Face part new, as in how you might spell Harvey. New.
Well, that was a stretch, but I'm
Thank
happy
you.
with the conclusion.
Was there anything else that happened in the episode that you want to talk about?
No. Wait.
Okay, cool.
No.
What? No?
What?
Okay, cool.
Cool.
You want to move on to some Yoppie mail?
Oh.
Hang on a sec. I gotta get
that's
the
right.
headphones in the thing because I can't hear it and I gotta sing with it.
Okay, should I entertain the listener?
Yes, please.
Here, I'll just read the first thing I. I'd rather not say, if you don't mind. I answered, conscious
Right.
of a murmur out of the darkness where the great studio audience had assembled.
That yop had one small extra yop put it over.
Here's the mail, it never fails to makes me wanna wag my tail when it comes to wanna will. Are
Dave,
you
did I
happy? Are you happy? That's the thing now.
That I got still so chaotic. I'm
It
happy
really is.
for you, though.
Yeah, thank you. We got thoughts of the week from Dylan Pollack. Oh God, I didn't mean to hit that one again.
I feel like I want to make a song for that, so you don't keep doing that.
No,
to
I
my head.
just smashed the soundboard.
Thoughts
Thoughts
of the
on
week.
Two-Face, 0.3 baby teeth out of 0.10. Yeah, I know that doesn't make sense. When the woman said to Harvey, Mr. Dent, I voted for you 2 times, did anyone else have terrible thoughts of Fox News running chyrons of voter fraud in Gotham and online forums saying Two-Face should still be the DA? I mean, I doubt they have online forums, but yeah.
Dylan, too soon. Oh my God.
There's no fake news thing in this. Oh my God, I was watching. So there's this Green Lantern animated series from about a decade ago now. That makes me feel gross, but I just watched it for the first time. It's only like 26 episodes, and it's a CGI like Jimmy Neutron looking thing.
Okay.
But near the end of it, there's a line where they're talking about how there's a replacement Green Lantern, and when we get to the Justice League cartoon, the Green Lantern in there, his name is John Stewart, and so in this episode, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, Earth's fine. Like we're out here in space." They got the new guy, John Stewart, and one of them's like the fake news guy, and in that they totally mean like the news guy that
satirical
is fake,
news guy,
but it's very like predictive,
Yeah.
Like, I was taken aback, like, wait, when did this come out? 2012? What's going on? So that was a little weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice tie in there.
What?
Nice tie-in. I like your
Thank
tie.
you.
It's a good
Thank
tie.
you. Yeah, it says Yoppie Dude.
Sure does.
It's a sideways tie. Dylan continues, crossover question. If Harvey Dent is prosecuting with Matt Murdock, that's Daredevil, if you don't know, who is also a lawyer, for the defense, who would you expect to win the trial? Speculate wildly, because I have no idea who's the defendant or what kind of evidence there is. The winner is Harvey Dent because we're doing the Batman podcast. That's my wild speculation.
I'm going to speculate wildly in the other direction, just to be like,
Contrarian.
Yes, thank you. I think the Daredevil would win because I'm pretty sure Daredevil's a Fiona Apple song.
Okay. And Harvey Dent is not.
And Harvey Dent is not Fiona Apple, so the court would throw that. Thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
Well, there's a couple other things.
Oh, there's a couple questions.
Random I want you to try to auto-complete these with me. Random Two-Face quotes I wish I could hear Richard Mole say. I'll teach you a lesson. I guess you could call me your tutor. With my male pattern baldness, no wig will do. I'll need a toupee. My favorite cereal mascot, of course, it's Toucan Sam. That's it.
Am I doing good?
Yeah, but for real, this is a phenomenal episode and a great performance from Richard Mole. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'd say it's better than. Oh shoot!
It's never too late.
I just forgot the name of the guy who plays Batman. Oh my God,
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. I would say that The acting's better
this
than that
episode
one.
is better than Kevin Conroy? That's
No,
what you're saying?
the mole's voice acting is better because
in
of
this
the Harvey
episode.
note.
Yeah.
I'm funny.
Well, Batman was Kevin Conroy's first voice acting gig. So
really?
I think he's just kind of learning still. I'll give him a little bit of a break. But the fact that he still manages to do like, I've got my Bruce Wayne voice and my Batman voice, and he's like the first person to invent doing that.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Which is why we have to call him out for.
Yeah, which is why we have to tell him every time he's being a fucking idiot. Do I have anything saved in the Yoppie mail? I do. There was a conversation in our Discord from people that don't listen to the podcast.
Nice.
Ellie says, "What does Yoppie dudes even mean?"
Go back to episode 1.
Yeah, a mystery says, "Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative." Tron Travolta, imagine not knowing the intricate lore around Yoppie dudes. Ellie says, "It sounds like a weird music genre that would have been made in the 60s or 90s. And Tron Travolta says, "Like a yuppie?" And she says, "A what?" And he says, "It's an 80s thing." And then Bob says, "Upper middle class white people who go on cheese tasting expeditions." Is what a yuppie dude is.
Oh, all right. I'd say it's more of a yuppie dude.
Yeah. And let's go through the comments from Eternal Youth or Batman's Wrist Hot Dogs. Why don't we?
Let's do it.
What's up, James and Brian? This is from John Othitis. John Othello.
Hello, John.
What's up, James and Brian? I've been loving the podcast. Look forward to it every Friday. I found myself agreeing with James on 2 points. Riddler was totally underused in all the DCAU, and this is definitely a better Poison Ivy episode than Pretty Poison. Overall, I'd say this episode is bat risk 5 hot dogs out of 5. Also, can't wait until the Yop merch drops in the shop. Gotta cop that Yop.
Oh!
That's the new. I'll put that. I'm gonna steal that, John.
Yeah.
Cop the Yop when the shop drops. Best wishes on the surgery, Brian. Being super loopy while undergoing surgery isn't bad. You usually fall asleep anyway. James, keep being I will keep being Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're recording this a couple days earlier than we usually do because Brian's surgery is tomorrow.
My surgery is
he's gonna be like bedridden the next day, and I don't want to make him laugh too much, you know.
Yeah.
Scarloey 1, Eternal Youth, more like Eternal Yap.
Yes.
Very true. Scotty Cameron says, I definitely agree with James's comment about how the Riddler's underutilized in the DCAU. He only appears in 2 episodes of the new Batman adventures, and they're both cameo appearances in addition to his 3 appearances in Batman the Animated Series. He also appears in Superman the Animated Series once. That's it for him, and he is correct.
He's
in a bunch of
James
comics.
level stuff right there.
Yes. You're not going to remember any of that.
I won't.
Adam Falds. I'm a huge DCAU fan. Watch it since I was a kid. Listening to the podcast and watching videos on the Watchtower database has helped me understand the universe more, and I think you guys are the best DCAU podcast out there. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man.
What?
What?
Wow, that's huge.
You surprised?
Yes.
That's huge. I don't know if I agree we're the best, but we are certainly one of them.
I
Thanks,
like
Adam.
hearing it.
Yeah. Zane Beatty, your trivia source is wrong. This is not the first time Batman is in Wayne Manor in costume. That was in the episode The Last Laugh. It happened when... Oh, that's true. When he found Alfred spring cleaning. When he goes upstairs, Alfred's breaking shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm not blaming you. It's your source who deserves the biggest birthday slap ever. The source was DCAU Wiki, and who is notoriously... got some issues going on.
I feel
Sorry
like
if
you should
part
have
of that,
known that, Jamie. So
I should have remembered.
I'm going to birthday slap you.
We just watched it 1 episode prior, and I had already forgotten. Fun fact, says Scarloey, this is the first episode you've covered that's not on volume 1 of the DVDs, or at least my DVDs. That is fun. Great podcast as always, James and Brian. You don't have the DVDs, Brian.
These are DVDs.
Stop looking at them.
Hard devices.
They are
on
technically
disc
digital video discs, but they're not what I'm referring to.
I just really want to be holding the thing that people talk about.
They're on my bookshelf right here. You can come on over.
Hey.
No Net Plays had a long train journey today, and this is the perfect thing to make it go by quicker. Bat emoji.
Oh, man, I haven't been on a train since I left the East Coast.
I haven't been on a train ever.
Is that true?
I should take a train to Eugene next time.
Jamie, this is what we're doing. For your birthday,
Okay.
I'm going to
And
get you...
it happens like 8 months.
I'm going to get you... Your birthday is like 6 months from now. Almost exactly.
Yeah.
6 months
yeah.
and 3 days. Because I'm
You're
a good
right.
friend. When's my birthday, Jamie?
March
6 months and 3 days,
1984.
Jamie.
What's the day? What's your birthday?
It's exactly 4 months from today that we're recording.
Jeez. Okay, so it's the 15th.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't know why I can't ever remember the day part. I mean, I'll say that because I don't remember the whole thing, but now I remember part of it. I mean, now I remember the whole thing. You would think March 15th. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I was saying
what?
we're going to jump on a train.
Yeah, we're going to jump on a Bat-Wagon.
We're going to jump on a Bat-Wagon.
We're going to go on a train. We're going to get our brother's foot stuck in the tracks, and we have to... Michael!
Anyway,
And we're
train
gonna have
trip for your
PTSD about it
birthday,
forever. Yeah.
and it'll be a thing.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool. Alex Lemon does a... not to be confused with Alex Lemons. I feel like the backstory of how Ivy set up this health spa is more interesting than the episode itself. Think about it. How'd she bankroll it? Did Pam seduce and kill a millionaire? She's done that before in the comics. It's a good question. How did she get out of Stonegate prison and then start up an entire health spa
Wow.
that people believe in? Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that she had some of that serum left behind or left around or whatever. She made it happen, and then that was probably some rich person's house, and she's just like, you're a bush now. And then like...
Yeah. She just says that, and it happens. She has bush powers.
She like hit him with the squirt gun.
Strategery. Kevin Reinke. You guys have to have last names I can pronounce, or else you don't get to comment.
Yeah, everybody change your last name to Strecker so he can pronounce it.
Yeah, then I can
right.
read it. Biggest birthday tree ever. I'll never get enough of Mayor James Hill. I don't know what that means. I guess it's Mayor Hill and my name can put together. I don't. Oh, because I quoted him, and I don't know. Thank you. He also says Baby Parade, House and Garden, Winky Face, which is the next Poison Ivy episode, I believe.
Spoilers, James.
Sorry, Kevin did it. Don't do it, Kevin.
You tell me not to read the thing, so I'm not.
Okay, Levi Church. If you want to see Alfred put on the bat suit, Brian. Oh, he says Brain. He means Brian. Watch the 2004 The Batman TV series or the Lego Batman movie.
Okay.
He's very correct. Ashley
there's a
Tetchin,
little that whole brain thing.
Yeah.
Just saying spoiler. That's going to become very relevant soon. This episode. Just you
what?
wait. It's going to blow your
What?
mind.
Okay. I don't know what you mean.
I know you don't.
Okay. Ashley Tetchin says, I too always thought those biscuit things looked refreshing and would like to try one. Also, I have it on good authority that Bruce finds golf boring. Batgirl Fangirl. I've always wanted one of those cookies too. And the Yoppie Mail theme tune. Love it. Good luck with the surgery, Brian. You're in my thoughts. I gave the episode 5 stars and 5 hot dogs.
Thank you, Batgirl Fangirl. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Go me.
Bat fan girl. MJ Barrett, Isley Thin Mints, James's favorite cookies. Creed Mud Records, Eat Short. I don't know. Okay. I will. Is that like a truncated Bart Simpson reference? Eat Short. Watchtower Database says, should we make a green cookie video? Aussie Dragoon, only if you shape them to form the letters to spell Yoppie Dudes or Yoppie Food, the Genesis term this series was based upon. Scarlowy says, this is a great idea, yes. And I had this discussion with Maddie that if I do ever make that cooking video, Maddie was like, you have to call it Yoppie Foods. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I do want to do that at some point. Maddie Washburn says, you picked the wrong name. It should have been Max P. Bad's Big Move. There's a movie called Max Keeble's Big Move that I know you haven't seen.
Right.
DCAU Digital Archive, which is also Maddie. The last 3 comments have been Maddie. I like Big Bus and I cannot lie.
Maddie's on a roll.
Dylan Pollock. We had a family cat that kept peeing on my mom and her bed while she was asleep every night. She finally got fed up. So she said she was going to put the cat down. The cat somehow promptly learned to stop peeing on her.
Wow. I feel like closing the bedroom door could have been an easier option, but I'm glad the cat
she peed on the door
out.
otherwise. A different Maddie Washburn that's also Maddie Washburn, different account. Do you think Superman jumped high enough to get up on the Hydra's back? Yes, I do.
Definitely.
I was going before we started recording. I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of comments on this last episode.
And they're just
half
all
of them
Maddie.
are Maddie. Wency 209 yappy yappy yappy. Correct. Shane Martin says baby parade versus dog parade. The yappy cut. 5 stars. Aussie Dragoon baby parade v dog parade dudes of yappy. And Nick Sorensen says, James, okay, the next episode is called Two-Face. What do you think it's going to be about? Brian, it's going to be about Batman's origin story. Which you didn't guess. You
they
did not
know
say
me
that.
so well.
Nick
I
commented
did say at the
that
beginning
within
of this
like 10
episode,
minutes
though.
of the podcast being up, so there's not. He didn't even know that you didn't say that.
Oh.
He's just guessing.
Amazing.
Aussie Dragoon replied to that. Of course, 2 faces: his Bruce Wayne face and his cowl. Well played, Brian. And Dylan Pollock says, "Shit, guys, who told Brian this one was the origin one?" Ashley Tutchin replied, "Or it could be referring to the 2 faces of his parents, who were, spoiler alert, gunned down in front of him, of little Brucey boy." It says,
in front of the Yoppie food.
Yeah, in Crime Alley
building. Yeah.
Yop Alley, they call it. That's all the comments. Thanks. If you leave a comment on the Podtower upload of these, it very well may be read, likely, until we start getting so many comments that I'm not going to read all of them every time. I'll just pick the good ones. They've all been good ones so far, though.
They've been great ones. Did you check
Except
the
for Eat
Apple?
Short. I don't know what that's about. What?
Did you check the Apple podcast?
Did I get the Apple podcast?
Did you check it? For
Oh, no.
comments?
Let's look now.
You've forgotten to do that historically.
Look at iTunes and check if there is a thing, but I don't think that there will be a thing. Oh my gosh, how long does it take to get? Nope, there's only still 5 ratings. Go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating, and we'll read that also. I'm sorry, I'm 30 years old.
I just realized, congratulations.
Thank you.
I just realized that I was singing kind of like, quietly along to the song, and it's probably going to be like a second behind on the playback.
No, I'll shift it over. I'll edit for that.
You do not. Don't waste your time on that, Jamie.
I'll keep it exactly how it was.
Nice.
Well, let's put this on the top 10 and get out of here.
Okay.
You wrote Grammy on the top. That's me, I think.
Yeah.
And your brain. Ah!
Bring it
Brought
back.
it back. All right, Brian, read your top 10 in revoice.
I
Tell
sure
us what's
will.
going on.
From 10 to 1, Eternal Youth, On Leather Wings, Feet of Clay Part 1, POV, Nothing to Fear, Cat in the Claw Part 1, Pretty Poison, Joker's Favor, Feet of Clay Part 2, and Heart of Ice.
Where are you putting this one? Is it making the list?
It's definitely making the list, but I don't quite know yet.
Yeah. While you're thinking about that, mine top 10 are from bottom to top. Cat in the Claw Part 1, Pav, Nothing to Fear, Feet of Clay Part 1, Pretty Poison, Eternal Yapth, Joker's Favor, Heart of Ice, Feet of Clay Part 2, On Leather Wings, where it should be. God, yours at number 9.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I know. I wish I could kick it off sooner.
I don't think On Leather Wings is going to make my top 10 by the end of all of this, so all of these episodes on here are not making the 10.
It's a temporary thing. I really like this episode. I think I like it better than On Leather Wings.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
I think I might like it better than Feet of Clay Part 1. That's hard, man. Like yeah.
I mean, it's also like one of those two-parters where you don't know what happens from here, but you have to judge it on its own merits, I guess.
Yeah.
Its own no.
Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna play it safe. Ish. I'm gonna put it at number 9, putting On Leather Wings one step closer to its decimation.
It's on 10 now. It's not as good as Pav. You like Pav better?
I think you're right. It's half an episode.
Yeah.
So like I kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe later I'll like combine them into one and make it better. That's not a thing. I don't know what I'm saying. What are you doing?
I'm going to put this at. Oh, my child is walking into the room, and by
He's
walking
walking?
I mean my mom is holding his hands and he's doing the walking underneath the hands.
Is he walking yet?
No,
It's 'cause I'm
he's
not there.
Kind of wobbling. Hello, boy. Yes, I'm here behind the computer monitors. You're in the podcast.
Welcome to the pod.
Mr. Baby, where should I put Two-Face Part 1 on my top 10? Hold up an amount of fingers.
Number one.
Mr. Boy.
Number
Hi.
one.
You know, hold up some fingers. Tell me where I should put Two-Face Part 1.
Well, this is riveting content.
Thank you. He put it at number 3.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're kicking Heart of Ice down to number 4.
I am down at Pega 2.
Wow.
That bumps Cat in the Claw Part 1 off my list. What did you kick off just now?
Eternal Youth.
Oh, okay.
Almost said
Now
Yop.
that gets to stay on for a while. Yeah. No,
Okay.
So now I've got Two-Face Part 1's at number 3 above Heart of Ice.
Do you feel good about that? Do you
I
want to
do.
change that? Or
No.
you can't? Really? Would you
No, that
put
was
it that
my
high?
decision. The baby had no part in this.
Oh, you fooled me.
I know.
Gah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, like, moody. I don't know. I like how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm really worried about Harvey Dent up until the end where Batman nose at him. I just don't really care. But.
I guess, yeah, I'm feeling a little like, I feel like this list is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
like,
I I'm looking at him like I do like a POV. I do, all these that are on here right now at this point. I don't have any like, I was happy to get Cat in the Claw Part 1 off just now. I was happy to get, which means neither Cat in the Claw are on my list anymore. Yours is at number 5 still, but
yeah.
I got, It's Never Too Late got knocked off. The couple of Joker bad episodes recently didn't even make the list, I don't think. I feel good about these so far.
Well,
Dogs.
Dog.
Where do you think the story's going from here, Brian? We got Two-Face Part 2 next time.
I think it's going to be like, it's going to be the Two-Face's origin from the other side. So it's still going to be the Two-Face origin story.
So it's like Big Bad Harv's POV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be kind of cool. If
Yeah.
it happens, which it, certainly will.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think that's the end of the podcast.
I literally have nothing to say right now. What? Does that make me a bad podcast host?
Yeah.
Yes.
Podcast at watchtowerdatabase.com is how you can write in or leave a comment on the Podtower upload. Leave us a 5-star review on the iTunes.
Give us some 5. I like the 5 emoji thing happening like on the YouTubes as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
cool. That's cool. I like it too. We didn't talk about Batman's usefulness. It's pretty nothing.
Oh, we didn't.
He didn't do anything.
He
kind of beat up some of the thugs at the end, but Harvey probably could have taken him.
Thugs.
He said you should go to therapy, and he was already going to therapy.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, we'll just do a quick, quick usefulness, and I will say that he is definitely 3. No.
Yeah, I knew that
out
was
of
coming.
10. Of course, it had to be.
It's 3 second no's. 3 no's out of 10. Out of 10, no. Stick around in a couple of days. We got a Starro video coming out. Brian's not going to know what that means for years.
It's a Pokemon.
Yeah, sure. Starro-mon. You can hear a screaming baby. It's a
Sure
good thing
can.
we're wrapping up the podcast, Grandma. Hi, baby. Anyway, that's it, Brian.
Okay, James.
New episodes of the podcast are released every Friday on the Podtower YouTube channel as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I'm saying it that way, by the way. I say Google every time. It's
I know
it's a
you
reference
said that.
to Vireality.
And yeah, that's
That doesn't exist yet.
it exists a little bit.
It exists in pre-vifix form, and it exists in our hearts.
That's where
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get your Yoppie Dudes t-shirts, everybody. Okay, bye. Links in the
Bye.
description and something.
Thank you for
See
listening,
you
dear
next
listener.
week.
You're great.
What was the song? Where did I put the song? Is it here? No, that's the mail.
Oh.
No. There it is. Bye.